Hey guys, it's Otakify here, and we're trying something new. We're gonna do a little podcast. It's probably gonna end up being a weekly thing.
Podcast.
So what's the topic that we're dealing with today, guys?
Enemies.
Villains, damn it, villains.
The bad
I
guys.
like that. Enemies. Villains.
We're talking about villains today. So I don't know who wants to start. Who wants to? I think it would help if we painted the picture of what a villain is to begin.
Oh, should
Yeah,
we look up
I agree.
Webster's Dictionary's version of villain?
Nah, your definition, Brad.
Too bad.
Your
I'm
definition.
actually
Tommy
looking it
likes
up right
Tommy
now.
likes the dictionary version. So
I feel him because that's a good argumentative point. It's not a floating point. So like we know.
I mean,
yeah,
at
everyone
least,
can look it up.
at least based off of this.
So what
we
you
can
got?
Figure out, what villain actually is. So,
Because I actually skimmed a Wikipedia article, but I'm curious to know what you say
about
For villain?
about villains.
You know what's so funny? I'm on like Merriam-Webster's website for villain, and nothing is popping up as far as the definition. That's great.
Nothing for villain? I mean, there's a
There's
Google
gotta
definition
be.
of villain.
All right, I
Yeah,
guess
I
we're
got
going
that.
for the Google version. All right, so villain.
Google.
It's also a noun, if you don't know. In a film, novel, or play, a character whose evil actions or motives are important to the plot. That does not
Okay.
sound like a good definition.
I didn't like that definition. That's why I dug deeper.
Oh,
But-
I like the synonyms. Wrongdoer,
right.
criminal, offender. Offender's probably more accurate to what like I'm thinking my definition of a villain is. Offender.
Okay. I mean, I like earlier I took a little gander at the Wikipedia article on villains, and it was saying that they're typically antagonists, but they can sometimes be the protagonist.
Oh no, definitely. I could see
Um,
that.
Oh man, that's
You
when
know,
it gets
and since
crazy.
we're talking about anime, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
I guess
go for it.
no, go for it, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
no,
don't
I mean,
forget
I'll-
about the villainess.
Yeah, of course.
2018. There's the girl
I mean-
version of the villain.
People are sensitive nowadays. But yeah, no, definitely. There's especially in anime, there is a lot of like characters that are the protagonists, and yet they are the villain to the series or to their world. You know,
Yeah, like Death Note.
exactly. That's like the one of the greatest examples, or that, or like Lelouch from Code Geass. You know,
I'm not familiar.
I mean,
Dude, I think he's more of like an anti-hero. Is he a villain?
an anti-hero is not a hero, right?
But he's not-
okay.
but
We
he's
actually
not a
have to
villain.
define anti-hero now because anti-hero just came up in the villain conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of anti-hero, I think of like Batman.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Yeah, like a vigilante.
Yeah,
But
you know, like they kind of do things, you know, by their own standards and like maybe not by
The law.
the general consensus of the moral standard of good and bad, you know.
well,
Yeah, I
if it
think like
helps-
the Punisher,
oh, I see.
he when he's like got a bad guy in his definition, he just goes after them and just pretty much kill them instead of arrest. So
Oh no, yeah,
he takes
you
he
guys
just takes
are
care of
right.
business.
Wait, really? Wait, what are you looking at right now?
So I
Well-
actually googled anti-hero.
okay.
Oh, okay.
And it's a central character in a story, movie, or drama who lacks conventional heroic attributes.
That's like Hancock
Hancock.
in
Who's
Okay.
yeah, Hancock. Like when Will Smith was a superhero
Mm.
and he was Hancock.
Oh no, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
actually works out.
kind of has the power to do good, but kind of just messes around a little bit for some time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So would you say like Deadpool is like that as well.
Yeah, he's no hero.
I mean, that's
He's
not no anime.
He's an
but,
anti-hero.
I mean, actually, he's best
Yeah,
anime.
Deadpool's definitely a anti-hero. I know. So we should maybe get back to anime. But I mean, I think that's good though, because seeing as we are Otakify, we are trying to convert some of you that are inclined to this type of life already, you know, if you're into comic books or, you know, these more I don't want to say plebeian, but these more quote unquote normal things, I think you would find some interest in anime. But
yeah,
as we're discussing villains in anime, who comes to mind? I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, who comes to mind for you guys?
Griffith.
Like I'm talking like top sinister villains, like not just a villain. I don't want just a regular villain. I want like, yo, who is the creme de la creme villain?
Oh my god.
Dang, that's hard to think. All I watch is like romance.
all you watch is what?
All I watch
said
is
romance.
anime. I mean, you know, maybe
there's villains there. Not like
yeah,
world dominating villains, but villains to the plot.
Oh, like the Homewrecker? The Homewrecker is the villain? Would you say that?
I would say that.
Why not?
I would say that, yeah.
Why not? I mean, like, also, like, you know, we can be more abstract too, because like villains, you know, villains don't necessarily need to be people. They could be inanimate objects.
No, that's true. That's true.
You know, like when people are in a race against time, like time could be a villain. It could also be a hero.
Oh, whoa. Why are you trying to blow my mind right now?
I mean, if you let me, I will.
Whoa. We got to get back on this villain topic real quick. We'll save that for later.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, like, you know, time could be inanimate objects. It could be abstract concepts, like, you know, because it's still a constraint, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so villains are like, how do you like boil that down then to include time in the definition of villain?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, as an example, like, you know, in the event that we're talking about like rom-coms and things like that, like villains could be, you know, a villain could be distance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in long distance relationships before, and distance was definitely a challenge, a hurdle that we had to overcome or succumb to. And, you know, that definitely serves. Or like, you know, I've been in relationships, or like not official relationships, but I've been involved with women, you know, when we were younger, and they were like not allowed to date. I guess you could say that would make either the parents the villain or the parents' morals for their child as the villain.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's an everlasting thing that's always there, and it's like not gonna lift up, and it rears its head at random times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I see. Yeah. It's like an obstacle,
you know,
like
so that could be the villain. Right, yeah. You know?
Something in opposition.
Yeah, because I mean, like, from the parents' perspective, I'm the antagonist. But like, from my perspective, either them or their ideals are the antagonist.
I see. There you go. Yeah, that like expands the definition right there.
You feel me?
I feel you.
You feel me? But we started off with the Websters, and then we jumped into some wiki, and now we're using awesomeology.
Wow, nice.
But yeah, like
awesomantics.
I mean, could I possibly suggest some villains?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Character wise,
who comes to your mind?
Okay, so I know I'm late. All right, I've been watching old anime. Finally, if you guys have been following us at all, you would know that I've been not one for old anime, but we'll just say I met this girl at AX, and she's a cosplayer, and I kind of had a crush on her.
Wait, so she's a cosplayer? Is she the villain?
I'm not saying. I'm getting to it.
Oh.
This is how I got into old anime.
Wait, you need a backstory.
She was in Inuyasha. Yeah. She was in Inuyasha, and so I started watching Inuyasha because she was in Inuyasha. And Naraku is a villain, man. He is like one of the most sinister villains, bruh.
Wait, so why is he sinister?
Like Naraku, dude. Okay, so off top, I think his name originally was Onigumo. I could be wrong. Pardon me if I am.
Let's look it up.
He was like a. Yeah, look it up, please.
Yeah.
I need the fact checks.
All right, here you go.
Always popping.
InuyashaWiki.com says Naraku was a spider Hanyo who was born from the human Onigumo. So he's kind of like that's his like origin name.
Yeah, Onigumo is the original. But yeah, Naraku
he was born in
is super sinister, man, because like he was a shapeshifter, dude.
Oh.
He was a shapeshifter. Like after he was like so evil as a human that he like allowed himself to be taken over by demons. Like small demons that like essentially morphed him into Naraku. Now that doesn't make him a villain. That just makes him evil, right? But like what he did with that power is what makes him a villain. Because if he just did that, it's like, yeah, that's evil, but that's not a villain. You know what I'm saying? You could be evil and keep to yourself.
That's true.
But no,
that's true.
Naraku was like not keeping to himself. He was shape-shifting as Inuyasha, shape-shifting as oh my gosh, why can't I think of her name right now? The chick with the bow and arrow in Inuyasha. I can't think of her name.
Which one?
But
Kikyo or
yeah, Kikyo. No. Kikyo?
It's well, let's see. There's two. There's the old, like the original priestess, and then there's the new girl who's like a descendant.
The original priestess. What's her name?
It's damn, I haven't watched this in so long. I gotta look it up. It is
okay.
Kikyo.
Okay, Kikyo. So then who's the new girl? I can't remember. I haven't watched it in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the new girl?
The new girl.
The chick that Inuyasha's into.
I gotta go look this up, man.
Anyways.
Kaede?
No,
that's the sister.
it's fine. If you've watched Inuyasha or if you have any interest in watching Inuyasha after this conversation, you will know who I'm talking about. But yeah. So the chick, Naraku posed as Inuyasha, and then he posed as the priestess in separate instances, and like the two of them were probably going to be like happily ever after, but because of this, like there were some promises that were made that were broken because he shapeshifted, and then he ended up getting both of them killed. Mm-hmm. But Inuyasha comes back to life, and that's like where like the whole thing like takes place. But like this dude, he's such a typical villain, but like he's like dictionary definition villain to me because he has other people doing his dirty work for him. And it's just like this long, drawn out, I'm just going to get other people to like do my work for me. And like they're always disguised. And like, he's even appealing to people that maybe wouldn't have been sinister initially. So like that's one of the reasons why I think Naraku is like such a villain. I mean, he even goes through the process of like creating beings that are like the perfect opponent for the antagonists of the story. So I mean, it's like, dude, like you just sit back and like spend your time trying to like trip us up. You know what I mean? To me, that's like sinister, super hardcore villain.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, that for sure. That guy's plotting. That's his job. It sounds like, and he gets paid by people either dying or. Yeah, like that just makes him happy for some reason. I haven't seen all the way through, but yeah, he sounds like textbook conniving, just up to something bad kind of guy.
I mean, I just feel like it gets to a point to where it's just like, dude, like what's the point even? Like what's really the point here?
Damn.
Like it's just like, yo, you're just being sinister for no reason.
So he's just like
what I'm saying?
He's an active evil guy, like villain, and he's just like, damn, come on. You're just doing this for fun.
Yeah, man. Like it's just like he has no There's like no apparent reason other than to like make them suffer. And it's like he just gets pleasure by knowing that they're suffering. I mean, he even has a puppet of himself. So like for like the first half of the series, you think you know what Naraku looks like, and then you later find out that that's not him at all. That's just a puppet.
Oh, what the hell?
He's a layered
It's like,
villain.
dang, dude. So like, yeah, dude, like you're not even showing your face. Like he'd probably do pretty well against Light. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
if like Naraku and Light
that'd be actually
from
pretty
Death
wild.
Note, like, yeah, man. I mean, he's a mastermind for sure. I don't know him versus L. Like, I don't know, but yeah, dude. I mean, what about you, Mike? You got any like villain suggestions?
Dude, man, for sure. I was gonna say Lelouch, but I'm kind of on the fence. He's kind of like both because that comes to mind. That's one of my favorite animes. But I would say the one that I remember the most is Griffith. Dude, that guy is evil and just I kind of have to respect the guy because he doesn't like. He does everything he can in his being to get what he wants. So that's respectable, which is, I hate that. But he just destroys everybody around him practically. All of his friends. And he just destroys the main character. And I'm just like, man, this guy just like brought the apocalypse upon the earth pretty much. So that guy's
yeah, you read the manga for that, right?
Yeah. I read the first parts. I tried to get through some more of it after that, but I was just like, man, this guy won already. Like, why am I even reading this? You know, it's just
like
suffering.
What's the point after like they go to hell and shit, and it's just like,
yeah,
well, everybody's in hell, and he's like,
and he just elevates to Demon King pretty much,
raping people and getting his whole squad off.
Yeah, his entire squad that got him there.
Like he bred. Yeah, dude, he like bred like the illest squad, and then he just like did away with them because they weren't demons, and like he,
yeah, he was just like
they weren't part of the original plan.
Dude, yeah, there's layers to it that no one really knew, like how deep it went, and everyone was just like, yeah, this guy's helping us, we're on his team, but that's like the most craziest betrayal that I've ever seen, man. Like, just destroy your squad.
Yeah, dude, you kind of have a point there, dude. I mean, like, everybody was a means to an end. Like, literally every character was a means to an end.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Like, when I think about it now, like, I can't think of any other show, like, where there was a villain where literally every character was a means to an end. A means to a selfish end at that.
Yeah, exactly. He was just like, this is part of my goal. This is the price I have to pay. You know what? They're human beings. Yep, the small price. Pay it. God, damn. That guy didn't even blink, man.
It seemed like he cared about people. It seemed like he cared about them.
Dude.
But it was all a ruse.
It was. His eyes, like the way they drew his eyes and stuff, it's like caring and stuff. Like, oh, this guy is like the best leader. But I mean, of course, it kind of felt like they were shaping him up to be too perfect, which ends up being like, that's like exactly the right play for him if he's trying to do that in the end, if he even thought it out that far, is that I have to be a good guy in order to be the ultimate bad guy.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
Knives in the back aren't enough. It's just like,
Tommy, I have a quick question.
Yeah, go for it, dude. What's up?
So in that Wikipedia article that I was reading, one of the things that they mentioned is that a story or a plot is only as good as the villain is evil.
Interesting.
What do you think about that?
The story is only as good as. Wait, say it again. The story is only as
like the story, like a story or a plot is only as good as a villain is evil. As like the villain that is in there, like the main villain is evil. Like it's saying it's only as good as like how evil the villain is.
I mean, to be honest, that kind of makes sense though. If you think about it, it's like say he's less evil, just like say for example, right? Like you could either go like super hardcore and like fully kill off like a whole race, or you could just push someone. And it's like taking it on that extreme. It's like, yeah, it would make sense that the story would be more interesting. Like there's more build up to like stopping this villain or whatnot, compared to getting pushed.
Frieza versus a bully.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Frieza versus a high school bully.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's actually crazy because like when I was looking up like best villains or like top villains, Frieza is always number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's like,
what do you think, Vic? What do you think of that?
Multiple sides. Frieza isn't the best one, but he is always number 2. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why number 2 specifically, but it's there. It's there.
Oh man, I don't know. What do you think about that, Mike? What do you think?
Frieza being number 2?
Yeah, overall, like in all anime, you think Frieza is the number 2 villain?
Ah, nah, dude. That guy's just trying to rule part of the galaxy. I mean, he's got some ambition. You know, there's some people in the way, but it doesn't compare to some, like, in my opinion, Griffith. The scope is like Earth, right? But he pretty much, if that was the universe, he pretty much eliminated the universe for himself.
Yeah.
So I don't think Frieza was on his way, but I don't know. He kind of got defeated, so he's not the greatest.
No, Frieza was not on his way.
No?
Frieza was not on his way.
He was starting his journey, okay? No?
Nah, dude. Frieza, okay. Okay, let's get this straight, because I think it has been said that like DBZ, I think originally, like this could be just hearsay, but I heard from a friend of mine when we were young, so it could have been BS, right? It could have been 11-year-old BS, okay? Mm-hmm. But it's showing up in 2018, so here we go. He said that Frieza was such a crazy villain that they were originally just going to end DBZ at the Frieza saga.
What?
That's really interesting.
I mean, if you think about it, there's a reasonable amount of villains prior to Frieza if you follow like the entire Dragon Ball series, like Dragon Ball into Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That's like enough. That's enough to like be like, yeah, that's good enough. But and then if you look at like the villains that came afterwards, it kind of took a while before we got like a really good villain again, because the Frieza saga seemed to last so long. That could have been just because I was a kid.
Oh no,
and they kept restarting things.
I think it was long enough, wasn't it?
It was pretty darn long.
I mean, especially after the power-ups and whatnot, but yeah.
Yeah, dude, but then like, you know, the power-ups end up being like Frieza's a nobody, dude. Like he keeps coming back. So like in that, it's like, you know, I'll give him persistence. You know, he like came back and then he got sliced up by Trunks, and then he came back again in hell or something. And then like
right.
yeah, and then like Resurrection F, he's like, oh, I'm gold and purple like the Lakers all of a sudden. And he got beat just like the Lakers did. Damn. But we got LeBron now. Anyway, we'll see how that plays out. But I was just like, oh, ironic that this came out during the time that the Lakers were really foolish on the court. But yeah, he got destroyed really quickly in Resurrection F. So like Frieza's really like a non-issue. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a huge villain to me. Like in the scope of like the entire universe, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, the DBZ,
because that's like, you know, that's like how DBZ's doing it. Like, you know, at that time we only knew of one universe, but there were like so many planets. But then like, you know, we get into the future, and before we actually like discover all of this stuff, like, you know, during Resurrection F, we see like Beerus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, who is Frieza to Beerus?
Sleeping?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Frieza is not even a mosquito.
Yeah.
In relation.
Not even on,
you know,
the
so
scale.
it's like, yeah, plus like Frieza doesn't really have plots like that. Like I don't feel like he has plots. He's just like really like he just talks a bunch of shit when he's like killing you. But like I don't think that makes him like that big of a villain. I definitely side with you on that Griffith thing.
if anything, I think he's doing it out of fear, isn't it? Because like there's like some sort of prophecy or some sort, and then the Saiyans are like the strongest beings in the universe, right, or something like that. And then Frieza's
so
just
that's
like,
why he destroyed. Yeah, that's why he was trying to kill everybody when they were babies.
yeah. It's like a self. He's like scared.
He felt the threat. Yeah, he felt the threat for sure.
Yo, you know what's really ironic about that? Okay, so like a typical thing that comes up with villains in anime is like where they want to see your true power.
Uh-huh.
You know, so they like want you to like train, like, you know, like even Cell was like, yo, we're gonna have a crazy fight, but I want you guys to train really hard so that I'm not bored. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so it lasts like a few
Frieza's
seconds.
like, yo, screw it. Yeah, Frieza's like, screw it. I'm gonna kill you as a baby. Because he's scared.
Yeah.
But then like later on in life, like he's like, no, I want to see your true power and all this stuff. And like, you haven't seen my final form, but like,
Yeah, but I don't.
that's like, yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
No, go for it, Tommy.
No, go for it.
Nah, dude, I want to know what you were gonna say.
Well, I forgot already, so it's kind of too late now.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, it's just, I mean, I can take my hat off to Frieza for trying to get the job done. Okay, like the thing, I think villains get a bad rap for being villains, but like they're usually very like driven by their ideals, and I think that's admirable.
Yeah, you got to
know what I'm
respect
saying?
that.
So like, yeah, dude, I think Frieza trying to like kill everybody off as babies is like, yo, cool. You're not playing with your food. I appreciate that.
Yeah, he's just trying
But he
to
didn't do a
things
thorough
efficiently.
enough job, which I don't appreciate. Yes, efficiency
So,
and effectiveness.
with that said, would you say that a villain is only a villain if they have some goal in mind? Or what if someone's just truly evil, period, and they just don't give a
No
fuck?
way, bro. No. Griffith does not have a goal. He just, well, he has a goal,
But
but
he
like,
had a goal.
but I mean, like everyone's dead, or like he's just okay. He's king now, or whatever. Now what?
Yeah, I didn't watch after the 3 arcs, so I don't know what happens in the manga, like after that point. Because you told me that there's like tons of stuff. But I mean, like as far as the movies are concerned, I mean, if the story were to end right there, I think he did it. You know what I mean?
That's
I think he
true.
accomplished his goal, and that was that.
I guess I'm just mad.
And dude, okay, so to answer Tommy's question, from my perspective, I think a true villain, a good villain, a quality villain.
Wow. There's a standards of
Quality
villain.
Yeah, dude, a quality villain has a goal in mind.
okay,
Because for that very reason, I don't think that Majin Buu is that good of a villain. Though he's like one of my favorite characters, and like get these hands and catch this fade in Tenkaichi 3 if you're trying to play me.
Oh my god.
I will pick Majin Buu and you will cry. But
So you're a villain.
Majin Buu is like, he's just like pure evil. Like, and I know that there's like different versions, like, you know, the actual pure evil one is like gray or whatever, but like Kid Buu is like evil, but like doesn't even seem to realize like what he's doing. Like he's just like evil, like just because. And I feel like that's not a good villain.
Okay.
yeah, he doesn't have any direction. He's just like thrashing, pretty much.
Yeah, it's literally, I think Majin Buu serves as a purpose to just like watch more people power up. Like it's like, oh, well, we have a villain, so like people power up. Like you guys do fusion and like Gohan be ultimate and like Goku go 3 and like you guys fuse into Vegito and like all this stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think it was literally just so we could see how strong the Z fighters could get. But like it wasn't really like, oh my god, I'm a villain and I'm adding to the plot. It was just like, oh, people are powering up to reach me at this level.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like sparring with everybody. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So like what if say a character is just evil in general and they just like to be evil and do whatever they want for no apparent reason? Would they still be considered a villain? Or a good villain?
They're still a villain. They're not a quality villain. They're literally, to me, they're just another character. Like, it's like, they're kind of it's not that big of a deal to me. Because it's like, oh yeah, you're causing issues, but like, if you have no motivation, like,
Yeah, I think
you're not even, like, go ahead, Mike.
No, well, I was going to go back to what Tommy said. Like, his original question is a villain somebody who has a goal in mind? And yeah, I do agree with that. And it's just because when you started talking about Majin Buu and Kid Buu and how he's just used as something to power up the rest of the characters, yeah, they kind of become like just like a force of nature that's like really huge and that everybody just has to deal with. It doesn't really have a direction or motive. It just happens. So that's not really a villain. You can't say like a tornado is a villain or like a storm is a villain in this case. I mean, you can fudge the definition, you know, like there's movies where the storm is the bad guy. But yeah, they just don't seem to have, they need to have a motive. So,
dude, I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Like that there's situations where the storm is the villain. Because for a second, I thought you were debunking my initial theory about like time being a villain.
No.
But like it is a villain. It's just not a very good one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like a like it's ominous. And there's a pressure because of that fact.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it just happens. It doesn't have a goal.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys want to add to this topic? I feel like we unpacked a lot of things.
Yeah, we kind of did.
and I'm appreciative of it. I'm actually looking forward to like listen back at some of this stuff.
Maybe we can expand. Go back and expand.
Yeah, I mean, maybe expand or just to like think about it and just go through my life like with this understanding of like a more fleshed out understanding of what a quality villain is.
Yeah,
it's like I'm gonna.
So why don't we just
sometimes
recap
like
that?
you know. Well, okay. So what did we say? We said, a villain needs to have a motive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
like a quality villain needs to have a motive, not just a villain, because anybody could be a villain. I think even we ourselves are villains to ourselves at times.
Stop blowing my mind right now, Vic.
We might even be quality villains. Awesome.
I don't want to be a quality villain to myself, man. Although I may be.
Yeah, but we are though, right? Like laziness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you're lazy, procrastination. I know all about that. Sorry, guys. We would have more content if I wasn't a perfectionist, which is also...
Is that a villain as well?
A villainous quality. I don't know if the perfectionism is or if it's just like my standard for quality is a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's double-edged.
You know, but yeah.
It's neutral, man. That quality is neutral.
Villain.
It could be used for good or bad.
I don't know, man.
Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, it can be, but
I don't know.
It rears its head if you're not using it. So, quality villain has a motive.
Motive, yes.
And I think to add to that, a quality villain not only has a motive, but has the ability to execute, achieving.
Mm-hmm. Not just like a bystander. They're actively pursuing. If they don't have the power, they'll get it. You know, they'll sacrifice anything to do it.
Right. Right. So that I think also has it. I would add that they, you know, a true villain is therefore ambitious because they have the goal. Like a quality villain is ambitious because they have the goal. It's not just like, oh, I want to do this, but like, even though I'm capable of doing it, like I'm not really gonna do it. Like that's like a kid being mad at the world. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take over everything. Blah blah blah. But then like they don't actually like do anything. So it's kind of like, you're not really that.
So you're
not that sinister, bro.
They kind of have like villainous intentions without being a villain.
Yeah, villainous intentions. Yeah, I mean they could maybe be a villain of sorts. Like they're a threat to something. I guess
it's like maybe if you try hard enough, then you could be a villain one day.
I would go forth to say that a true villain also uses other people, since we kind of like we spoke about that, right? Like Griffith uses other people, Naraku used other people or formed as other people and used puppets. Like they use other means. I mean, I wanted to mention, if I could really quickly, because I'm in the middle of watching Rurouni Kenshin, Shishio is also like a hell of a villain. He sends all these people to like beat up Roni. I mean, not Roni, to beat up Kenshin. Like, and then he has the audacity to be like, oh my gosh, you're so weak. But it's like, dude, you weakened him. You weakened him before even laying eyes on him, which is like really funny. But yeah, so sinister plot. You know, they have a goal. They're ambitious.
Mhm.
They use other people or other means or tools. You know, a lot of villains use technology.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they use
Um,
tools,
Light
powers.
uses a
They
book.
use tools
whatnot.
a lot.
Yeah.
Lelouch uses his
Yeah.
eyeball.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, you know, I feel like it's interesting that a lot of it. Also, I just want to add this as like bonus material. Like, oftentimes villains are actually pretty intelligent. I don't know if you like.
definitely.
No, the good ones are. The good ones are, I think.
The good ones are like super intelligent. Like, you know, they're like smart enough. Like, you know, think Despicable Me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, smart enough and like all this stuff to have all this technology to do these things. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they're just turned bad guys pretty much. Like good guys, they're just one disagreement, they're just like, no, I got to do it my way.
their intentions were good, but then it's like
It's changed.
like maybe initially their intentions were good or like they were like somewhat selfish, but like not like, you know, self-concerned, not necessarily selfish, but then like, you know, the world was cruel to them, so the world was the villain, and that turned
They're the good
original
guys.
protagonist into an antagonist of all things.
Mhm. I could see that. Kind of like in My Hero, but I'm not gonna say anything.
You ain't gonna say
Ooh.
anything? Oh,
Ooh.
bruh.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new stuff yet.
You can't spoil anything.
Dang.
Kind of.
All right. I guess that kind of wraps it up then. What do you guys think?
Oh no, definitely.
kinda wanna-
This is, like interesting.
Wait, hold up. Before we wrap it up, I know we've
Yeah.
gone back and recapped, but I kind of want to go through this list really quick, and I want to see what you guys think. Like, we'll go down
Sure.
all the way to say, let's do 30 real quick, because it's off of this website here. So number one, Frieza's actually number 3 here, but I mean, guess it's pretty close to number 2. So the first one is Light Yagami. So he's
Wait, I think Tommy dropped off the call. All right, we're here. The calls have remerged.
merged the call.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, so that list that you were going down, no, it's no worries. I knew, you know, it's Mercury retrograde, something was gonna happen.
Yes.
Me and Tommy went through like too much trouble like doing tests ahead of time for something to not like crazy not happen, and like we purposely got on the phone so that it wouldn't drop, and then it still dropped.
Exactly. That's the funny part.
Uh-oh. Okay, so
go down that list right quick.
So to go down this list, I kind of thought of some like responses, like to keep it concise. Let's go let's say quality villain, garbage villain. Those two extremes. You're either going on the shelf or going in the trash can.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds right.
So first one is Light Yagami.
Dude, totally like quality villain, dude.
Yeah, he's a
quality
quality
villain.
villain.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
He could have been better, but he was a quality villain.
you can always improve. How could Light have improved?
He can improve after he dies.
He was too cocky for his own good.
Yeah.
I think that's what made it good though.
Oh, because he was so cocky. Yeah, like yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. He was too cocky for his own good. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but I just feel like he was too cocky for his own good, which made it interesting. But yeah.
So it was kind of good, kind of bad. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So number 2 is, anybody watch Naruto here?
No, thank God.
Not me, bro.
No.
I haven't watched it, man.
No. Okay. Well, this guy's Madara Uchiha. So we don't know. So number 3 is Frieza.
I mean, yeah. I don't see why not. I mean, it would be more.
No. It has to be quality or trash.
It's not trash. It's not trash. So
Dang.
it would be quality for sure.
Quality.
Okay, I'm only gonna say because we have binary options here about whether it's quality or garbage. I'm going to say that Frieza's quality, though I don't agree because he's actually garbage, but Frieza is quality because without him as a reference point, Goku wouldn't have gone Super Saiyan, and that opened up a whole new like lane
World?
for the entire series to go to,
I see.
like because of that.
So he's a protagonist for the series.
I guess so. He's a protagonist for the series, antagonist to the protagonists
Okay.
that are the main characters. Yeah. But okay, I'll say quality, but with that little asterisk next to it.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna skip number 4 because that's from Naruto. We got number 5, Aizen from Bleach.
Lord Aizen. Yeah, he's pretty quality actually.
Quality. Okay. There's a lot of Bleach characters here.
Oh, perfect.
Thomas?
I don't watch it.
Oh dang. Okay, I'm just gonna blast through this then. I knew there was gonna be some that we didn't
All right, there you go. That's
kind
all
of
you, Vic.
experience.
Go for it.
Do you?
So quality. Okay. So I don't
Well,
know
how many is that so far?
That's-
like 3.
That's 3, but we're on number 5. He was number 5.
Okay.
So I'm gonna skip another one. So we're on number 7. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name. I don't think I got to this point in Bleach. Ulquiorra? Don't know. Okay, we're gonna skip. Majin Buu. Just it looks like Kid Buu actually in this picture.
I mean,
we spoke on that already.
Okay. So next one is Cell.
trash.
Cell is a quality villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I feel like he's a good person overall as a villain.
Yeah, dude, like he's a great character. I love the concept of like okay, Cell is a pop star villain.
He is a pop
do you
star
mean?
villain, but then no one ever buys any of his
He's
crap.
a pop star villain.
like he
He's
sings.
super concerned about everybody seeing him. Like he's a mixture of everybody. Like
Oh yeah, that's right.
he actually seems to have like some sense of like morals and like, you know, like he's like a I mean, he's not a person, obviously he's like a alien android creation, but like he seems to be like a pretty well-rounded person despite like his ability, like, you know, his
He went
his
to college.
villainous ways.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Essentially.
No, I agree with that. He does show a sense of where the lines are, and he kind of respects them in a way. Like you said earlier, he's like, go ahead and train, you know. There's this I appreciate a good fight. And it's crazy how
He's also handsome.
yes.
He's also handsome. Well, Perfect Cell. Perfect Cell is handsome.
Nice.
All the other cells are really ugly. But he gets like more well-spoken as he gets more handsome and symmetrical in the face.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's
Wow.
like a bug at first. Yeah. We all start off in elementary school, then high school, then college, you know? Okay. Let's see. Next is King Bradley. Full Metal Alchemist.
Ooh. Yeah, he's a quality villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Pure Bradley.
The few
Quality.
Okay, so going back to Dragon Ball Z, Brawly.
I must admit that I've actually never seen Broly in actuality.
Okay.
I've seen pictures of him. I've never seen an episode with him in
That was so
I've
long
played
ago.
as him in video games, but I don't really know that much about Broly.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
All right,
to be
we're
honest.
halfway to 30.
I mean, Vic, if it helps, he's having a movie on him. So
There's a new Broly movie?
yeah. Well, I mean, obviously it's versus Goku
Okay.
and whatnot, but you know, it's Brawly
That's worth
again.
it.
Yeah. So
Is
what's
it
next?
Broly or Brawly?
It's
I
it's
don't know.
Brawly.
I think it's I don't know.
Anyways. Okay, so we're at 15 now. King Piccolo.
I can't remember.
Oh, you
those
looked at that
episodes.
20 list, huh?
Yeah.
No wonder.
Are you looking at the top 20? Are we going to finish at 20?
No,
'Cause I
we're
don't
gonna
want it
finish
to be,
at-
like so many.
No, well, I'm skipping through it because we don't know a lot of it. I'm just going to go to 30. I figured there's going to be some we don't know. So,
Okay.
all right, so this is what, like the 8th one? Vegeta.
I wouldn't consider him a
Ooh.
villain at all. But then, I mean, like, he is a
Yeah.
good character in general for that show. You know?
Okay, so I have to make an analogy,
Okay.
and I think it's shown very well.
Hmm.
Vegeta is Eric Killmonger from Black Panther.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And
I
as
wish
a
I watched
matter
that
of
movie.
fact-
He is the prince.
Killmonger actually dresses as Vegeta in Black Panther. If you look at his outfit, it's influenced by Vegeta.
Let's look it up. Yeah, I think you're right.
Like, this is actually, like, you know what I'm saying? And I say that to say
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You're looking at the picture, right?
Yeah, I'm looking.
He looks just like Vegeta. Like, he has the Saiyan armor on.
Yeah.
That Saiyan armor, the blue. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's Vegeta.
Yeah, Killmonger is Vegeta. But
that's crazy.
with that being the case, I never saw Killmonger as a villain, actually. Like, he was a villain, but like, he really was just like, he just had a different perspective on getting things done. Like, he didn't really want to off everybody. He just wanted the respect that he felt he deserved, which is what Vegeta wanted.
Yeah.
And so it's like, in a way, I would consider Vegeta to be an anti-hero and not a villain at all. So
Yeah,
like,
I agree with that.
if we have to answer like this binary thing, then he's a trash villain, but like, he's not really. He's just an anti-hero.
Yeah, he just doesn't fit this category, so he would be an anti-hero rather than a villain. I agree. Okay, I mean that's it. The rest we don't really know. Oh, Shishio we already talked about. And that's about it.
Lord Shishio is a quality villain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's kind of wanted to go through that real quick.
Nice, I appreciate that. I think that added some quality to the talk. We got to talk a little bit about Black Panther and that
that bridge. Yeah,
that little bridge between anime and pop culture.
Dang.
Which is totally happening.
So
when we started Otakify, like, anime was not nearly as popular as it is now.
Oh no, definitely.
And it's influencing pop culture so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, I think
Even
Adidas
one of
is
the
making
best-selling
shoes or
movies of the
something.
year.
Do you see the Goku shoes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did.
All right. That's it.
Sweet. Anybody want to add anything else?
No, I'm pretty solid over here.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
All right, one more
That's a
villain.
villain.
One last
will
villain.
mess it
Wow.
up.
Guess
Team
not.
Rocket. Team Rocket.
Team Rocket?
As a
Yeah.
whole, or the general three?
No, not the whole team. Just, the
Jesse
3-man
James and
squad Team
Meowth?
Rocket. Yeah. Even Meowth.
Nah,
They're garbage, dude. I don't even know why that was a question.
They're garbage. They're garbage, bro.
Why did you bring that up?
All right.
You're so villainous.
Dang.
Tommy's like offended. Tommy's offended. He's like, why are they even in the discussion?
I know.
All right. I won't mention them anymore.
All right, sweet guys. Thanks so much for listening. If you've gotten through this whole thing, please comment awesomology. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But yeah, I think next week we're planning on having a podcast discussion on heroes.
Yeah. And heroes that don't deserve the title.
And heroes that don't deserve the title. But thanks so much for listening, guys. Please hit the subscribe. Please hit a thumbs up. Please share this if you dig it. Let us know in the comments if you guys want us to continue doing podcasts. Side note, we probably will anyway.
Just
We're gonna
because
do
it's
this
super
anyway.
chill.
Cheaper to keep her. All right, guys. Thanks so much for your support.
Laters.
Follow us on the IG and see random pictures of Tommy at work in the stories.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
All right, guys. See you guys next week.